the lighting's okay. The lamp's in a bit of a different spot. But I'm sure we'll cope. Let's see who is number one today. Who comes in first? Let's have a see. We're putting bets on people. Putting bets on who's going to be first. Somebody's in the room, but they've not said anything as yet. It's Isaac. Isaac, that's the first. You're number one. Hi, Samantha. It's 5:05 in the evening. Hi, June. Isaac, that's first for you, isn't it? You're first in the room. Ah, woohoo! The slurp of my coffee. Yeah, it's your first time being the first one. Congratulations. Hi, Chrissy. Normally it's Nathan, or normally it's Chris. What did I have for dinner tonight? It was ratatouille with fish. Very nice, yes. The weather's Esther, so it's not been pouring down. It's not been brilliant. It's been in between. How's my day been? Very lazy, actually. I was very lazy. I did a bit of washing. Did a bit of unraveling, did a bit of crocheting, and unravelled it again. I finally think I'm settling on something that isn't too horrendous. I think I'm suffering with brain fade. Yeah. It's dark. Yeah, that's why I've got the curtains drawn. Yeah, it's very dark now. Dark nights are coming in now, sadly. You can tell it's the end of summer, can't you? Hello, Mrs. Yukon. And hello, Tammy. You cast into the big screen. Ooh, that means you see all my wrinkles. I don't mind looking at autumn. I think the autumn leaves are very, very pretty. But as for going out in it, that's a different matter. My scooter's supposed to be coming this coming week, but everybody keep your fingers crossed because there's a lot of things happen between somebody promising that my scooter is coming next week and it actually arriving. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I'm on my phone. That means I'm only tiny when I'm on the phone, so you can't see my wrinkles yet. Yeah, fingers crossed, everybody, that my scooter comes. It's been promised. But you know what promises are? They don't always happen, do they? But my man Wayne, not my man Wayne, but my scooter man Wayne, he's always very good. And he usually, pulls his promises off, yeah? He usually does what he says he's going to do. But he did say Monday or Wednesday, so we're having to see, yeah. Hi, Carol. Well, we're having the great grandson. We've only got one. Well, we've got a step one, but we've got one, that's ours kind of thing. He's coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They were supposed to be going for a little caravan holiday, but it all fell through. They cancelled. Well, they didn't cancel the booking. The caravan place cancelled the booking. So anyway, the top and bottom of it is I volunteered to look after the doggies on Tuesday while they go out and about. Yeah. As I said before, I am not going singing in a cold hall. And I've told them I am not going back until you warm the hall up here. Oh, thank you for praying for me scooter. Yeah. Hi, Amanda. Hi. Oh, dear. Well, I keep thinking about Kayla. Is she called Kayla Llama Mama? Had another of her fingers amputated because of the diabetes and the Raynaud's and that. I mean, on one hand now, she's only got a thumb and all that. I mean, how is she going to crochet? On her right hand it is, and all she's right-handed. She's lost all those fingers. And on this hand, I think she's got three. A thumb, I think she's got three. I mean, I have a touch of Raynaud's and I've got diabetes, and every time my finger ends go a bit numb, I'm like, oh no. I keep looking to make sure they're not going purple colour. And she's so upbeat about it. I don't think I'd be upbeat about it if I'd lost all my fingers. Well, not all of them, but most of them. I wouldn't be so upbeat. I'd be like, why me, yeah. Crying in my tea, yeah. Hi, Ethan. Yeah, she's called Kayla Llama Mama, if you've not watched her. I mean, bless her heart, like, she's going through it a bit at the minute, yeah. So if you all go across and show her a bit of love, you know, at least give her a thumbs up if you don't want to do anything else, you know. Just give her a thumbs up, you know, let her know you're thinking about her. I mean, she has got a good support team around her, but, well, this is it. She's determined she's going to find a way, June, to do her crochet. And yet she's right-handed, and all she's got left now is her thumb. She used to manage before with her thumb and her little finger, but she's had to lose the little finger. Oh, so now she's only got that, you know. Unless she can get some kind of a hand strap, you know, to hold her hook and like sort of manage with just her thumb. I tell you what, though, she is a very resilient lady, very resilient. I admire her so much because she's determined it's not going to get her. I mean, she was in awful pain. She was there with, she calls her husband Big Daddy. She was there with him the other day on, you know, just after the operation. And I'm like, a day after an operation, you're on YouTube and you're smiling and you're laughing. I'd have been, whoa, I've lost my arm. Yeah, she is a lovely lady. Yeah. So if you think about it, if you don't want to say anything, and even if you don't want to watch a video, just give her a little thumbs up. It just helps, doesn't it, to show that you're thinking about her. And I mean, she did come on here, I think, a couple of times, but I didn't really know her that well. I've only really got back into her videos again. Yeah. Oh, Deborah, I'm so sorry. Diabetes is SH1T. It really is, yeah. I mean, I've only suffered with it since I've been older, but I really feel sorry for anybody who suffered with it all their life. And yes, I could do a lot more to help myself. Yes, I do know that, yeah. Nathan's managed to reverse his by losing weight. So maybe I should make more effort. I'm not. You're planning a cinema trip. Oh, enjoy it. What are you going to watch, Isaac? What are you watching? Tell us what you're watching at the cinema. It's been years since I've been to the cinema. I think I would absolutely die at the prices because I'm a bit tight. Yeah, I think I mentioned that before. You know, mind you, after all the things I spent this month, I need to watch my pennies a little bit more. Yeah. What are you watching, Isaac? Are you going to tell us what you're going to see? I haven't seen any films forever and a day. You need to watch some trailers. You get a free cinema ticket once a week. Oh, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I don't have anything like that, Netflix and stuff like that. In fact, I was saying to my son the other day, there was nothing on the telly that I wanted to watch. And he said, well, it's time maybe you spent a little bit and got one of the channels. I said, well, I'm not getting Sky. I am not paying £43 a month for Sky. I didn't miss it that much when I came here. So maybe one of the cheaper ones I need to. I'm not into box sets, so BritBox and stuff like that doesn't appeal, if you know what I mean. So I don't know quite which one to go with. And I'm not into Disney channels and things like that. I'm an old misery, really, I really am an old misery in my old age. The only channel I miss on Sky was the Geographic channel. One of those channels, and another one that used to put more documentaries, yeah. It might have been the History Channel or something that I don't get now. I don't want you thinking I'm a bit of a boffin, because I'm not, but I do like to watch things that are interesting. I don't like films, and I certainly don't like reality shows, and I've never watched Strictly. You know, I used to watch it donkeys years ago. We used to watch Come Dancing. That's going back a bit when it was all sequence dancing and ballroom dancing. Wasn't all this jazz, 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 and yeah. But it's only because my mother used to like it, you know. I remember it used to be always saying, "Oh, she sewed all the sequins on by hand and all that," and I'm like, "Yeah, I bet she has." Yeah. Well, I've started another pattern, so this is one I found on YouTube by I think it's a lady called Robin. Yeah, so I'm hoping this one will turn out all right. Good evening, Shan. Yes, good evening. How's the boy Wonder? Is he still on his buses? Shan's little boy has got a fixation about buses. He absolutely adores buses. My friend's little boy has a thing about trains. He loves trains and trams. Yeah, yeah. So I can feel your pain, Sean. Yeah. Well, I don't feel your pain, but I'm sure my friend does. You wish you'd sort of one. Is he being a little a bee steward? Yes. I know he has his moments. Yes. If you all know what a bee steward is, yeah. Yes, they can be. Little boys can be. Mine are little girls are not much better, are they? I believe. I never had a little girl, so I don't know. But I know my two nieces could go get on one. Oh, he's not having a sugar rush, is he? Has she been feeding him sugar? You know what grandmas are like. Uh, Carol, have you been feeding him sugar? Oh, I forgot your mum's name. No, it's not Carol, is it? What's your mum's name? If she's been feeding him sugar, then you know that's naughty. Naughty, naughty. Oh, it's Christine. I knew it began with a C. Yeah. Has she been feeding him sugar? If so, let him stay the night with her. That's all I can say. Those that cause the havoc have to put up with it, don't they? Do you know, it's only a two-row pattern and already I'm going wrong. Hi, Nathan. Isaac was first one in today, but he's going to the cinema. So he might be back later. But he took you a crown, Nathan. You weren't the number one today. It was Isaac. And how are you doing, Nathan? How are you doing? I'm crocheting a shawl, and it's a pattern by, I think it's a lady called Robin. I found it on YouTube. And it's only a two-row pattern. I'm already going wrong. So, you know, the brain is dead. Absolutely. You go two, yeah. Oh, it's visiting her that makes it. You sure she's not sneaking a bit of sugar in there while you're not looking? Yeah. Hello from Gateshead. Hello from Gateshead. Oh, you were sorting the lads out for bedtime. You've got the boys this weekend, have you? Are they playing up or are they just being good boys for you tonight, Nathan? I know what boys can be like. Sean knows what boys can be like. We're having a 4-year-old for 3 days next week, so that should be fun. Well, I think he's 4. He's either 3 or 4. I've got that many, I can't remember when the birthdays are. Yeah, we've got him for 3 days. At least we've got the snug sorted out with a sort of sofa thing, so they've got somewhere to sleep. Yeah. Yeah, I sorted out a different pattern and I just don't know what's wrong with me lately. I cannot concentrate. If it has more than 2 rows, it's gone. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. Has it ripped holes in it, Sean? Oh. I was watching Not Quite Enough Yarn. And she's actually made a blanket on her whirly whirly, as she calls it. It's like double panels. I mean, as she said, it's very difficult to get them all the same length, but so some of them a bit up and a bit down, yeah, but who cares? Yeah, it's a blanket, isn't it? Like she said, it's going to keep them warm, isn't it? She doesn't care whether it's, right or wrong or what. But they come every weekend. Oh, that's nice, because you didn't see them for a while, did you? That's nice. Yeah. I know it's heartbreaking when you put something in the washing machine and it comes out full of holes. It's happened to me. But one time it was something delicate and I put it in with a bra. And you know the hooks on the bra? Yep, the hooks on the bra. We'll say no more about that. So I was heartbroken. Shouldn't have put it in with anything flimsy. Or if I did, I should have fastened up the bra. But you live and learn, don't you? And my daughter-in-law's just washed my son's car keys, so we don't know whether the fob will work now. Hi, Jean. I mean, the other week she washed his wallet. I don't like to suggest that she checks his pockets because she'd say that was his job, yeah. But I used to always check pockets because my ex-husband used to come home with half a ton of shrapnel in each pocket, bits of metal, bits of all sorts, and they used to mess me washer about and cut holes in the rubber. Yeah. Oh, you need to do. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Oh, I wish our spinner spun fast. This washer does not spin fast. Everything comes out sopping wet. I could have brought me washing in, couldn't I? Put it in front of the fire, but I should have done that before. At the moment, it's in the conservatory. It will dry eventually. Eventually, it will dry. I mean, I'm not proud. I would have brought me washing in here. I don't care if you see me undies. Not a thrill. I don't wear those kind of undies. I would have put it out of sight. I wouldn't have actually put it in. But they might have dried in front of the fire, yeah. I never thought about it till just now, and I'm not going now and doing it. I'm sure it'll dry eventually. We're trying not to put the tumble dryer on. We're trying to use nature to dry things, yeah. And the conservatory does get warm if there's any slight bit of sun, which there is sometimes in the morning. So the conservatory does it's the warmest room in the house, yeah. But the washing was rather sopping. My other washer used to have a really fast spin, and everything used to come out almost bone dry. In fact, sometimes it was too dry because you used to have to wet it because it'd be so creased. Because I'm not a lover of putting those sheets in and stuff like that. Extra money into it when you're putting them dryer sheets in and stuff. My daughter-in-law gets them sometimes, but I never put them in. And I don't put fabric softener in either. Yeah, I could have done that, but I'd pulled it out by then and took it into the conservatory, so I couldn't. My back was killing me. Hate to mention things that are not right, but my back's killing me today. And by the time I'd lugged the washing basket into the conservatory and realised it was wet, I wasn't in the mood for lugging it back again. Yeah, yeah. I wish mine dried things properly. I wish they did. If ever we get a new washing machine, I'm going to insist we get one. Yes, I have to put it on for a second spin. I never did with my other washer. My other washer which I left behind because it wasn't a new one, except, hi Chris. But this washer, I would have to put it on again, on for a spin. It's now 9:25 p.m. here, Mrs. Yukon. I have to call you Mrs. Yukon. Better than calling you Cornelius, yeah. I suppose I could have put mine outside, but as I said before, I have a bad back today, and pegging things on the rotary dryer really hurts my back. Yeah. Oh, do you like it? I call it my grapes and olives. It's not. It just reminds me of grapes and olives. Yeah. Did you see that massive, massive box of necklaces that went astray? Turned up. But not turned up because it had been missing all that time. Apparently, it went to somebody else's house for some reason or another. I don't know what. Maybe she was not dreaming when she labelled it. Anyway, I've got it. And the good thing is I offered to pay. I'm very honest like that. I said to her, I owe you money now because you gave me a refund, which she did. Yeah. And she said, no, no, no. It was my mistake. And she said, I'm not going to charge you. So I got a big pile of necklaces for nothing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't put the only time I put the dryer on is if it's my bedding. I've got one set of bedding that I really, really like. I've got about 3 or 4 sets of bedding, but for some reason or another, I like this particular one. It's nice and soft, and it's worn in, if you know what I mean. It's not worn out, it's worn in. And it's lovely and soft, and it's comfy. So I tend to want to wash it and put it back on the bed. So I do use the dryer then. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Hi, Samantha. You saw me vlog, yes. Loads and loads of necklaces. I've kept about, I don't know, maybe 10, maybe 15 of them. But the rest of them, my friend is, we're doing the craft fairs. She's been doing Christmas ornaments and things. And she uses the beads, to decorate Christmas trees and stuff like that she's making here. So whatever is left over, we'll just take to the charity shop or offer it to somebody else who happens to. Yeah, I do. I'm sort of not a bit fussy with my necklaces, but I do like bold necklaces. And if I get anything that's a bit sort of what I call a weedy necklace, like a little chain with something dangling on it, it's not me. But the something dangling could go on a little Christmas tree, to make something for the craft fair. We're thinking of doing another one as well. There's another one advertised. Yeah, I'm not dainty. That's one thing I am not, Chris. I am never dainty. Hi, Miguel. I'm not a dainty lady in any sense, shape, or form. As you probably gathered from looking at me. Nothing about me is dainty, yeah. So I don't wear dainty jewellery either. I think the only thing dainty I've got on is maybe my earrings are a bit dainty. But then they stay in. I can't be bothered with faffing about, yeah. You said hello earlier. Oh, I didn't see you. Sorry about that. I didn't see you when you came in before. I must have had my head down. Oh, yeah, I like big, bold statement. I love necklaces by Tatty Divine. Have you heard of her? But they're about £200, even second hand. I don't know how much they were new. She makes the really bold statement necklaces, yeah. But there's no way I'm paying anything more than a couple of quid for a necklace. Not even if it's by Tatty Divine. So I keep hoping that somebody will put one in the charity shop. Oh, yeah, my Granny Square one, yeah. I did that because I was in the library and I didn't have any more patterns, yeah. I'm tight. I'm mean. I don't like paying for things. Oh, hello. That's why I always have second-hand things, because I look at things and think, oh my goodness me. I mean, obviously, I don't have second-hand underwear and things like that. Yeah, obviously that's new. But anything else, I tend to look around a bit. Get a bargain or something. If it's new, it has to be in the sale. Yeah. Well, you have to be thrifty these days, don't you, with the price of everything? You're scared of putting the electric on, you're scared of doing this, you're scared of putting the light on. Oh, dear. We'll be trying to warm ourselves by a candle in a bit. Yeah, that's how bad it's going to be here. I don't know about America, but this is what it's like in the UK. I wonder which twit will have as Prime Minister next. Oh, can't wait. My God, we've had some bright sparks lately. And I don't know who's coming up in the ranks. I don't know whether anybody knows or not, but, nobody's thrilling me. It's coming up in the ranks, yeah. Yeah, I can remember that back in the 70s, yeah. Hello, Enid, how are you? Well, I bought one of them cuddly things, that you cuddle up in. I put it on when I went in the shed. I have got an electric sort of um, radiator thing that I put on when I'm in the shed, but I refuse to. I thought, no, I'm not going to put it on. Oh, well, you will go sleeping with husbands. That's why you get a cold. Should have shoved him in the spare room. Hi, Gloria. I'm all in favour of sticking husbands in spare bedrooms, especially if they've got a cold. And even if they haven't, yeah. My cousin's got man flu, and he's going on and on and on about it on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, Matt, give it a rest. Give it a rest, boy. Why do men think when they get flu it's 10 times worse than woman flu? Oh, gosh. I unpicked a cardigan once that was in like fluffy wool, just so I could give the wool to my friend to make a cat blanket, because she was making them for the cat shelter or something. My goodness, when you wish you'd never started something. I hope she used it and didn't just throw it in the bin. It took me forever to do that thing, unpick it. When I'd finished, I had balls the size of not me personally, I didn't have balls, but the balls were the size of a golf ball. So I hope she managed to do something with it. I hope she didn't just throw it in the bin. After it took me forever to do it, yeah. Well, I hope my fire, I think it's glowing. We've got this smokeless coal that we put on. It was burning logs for fun and that. Well, now we burn the log, and then when it goes down to embers, we put this smokeless coal on. And I don't have to touch it after that. It just keeps on glowing. It's not raging heat, but it's just warm enough, yeah. We used to have camping lanterns because the lights were always going off in the shop. We used to have these little camping lanterns hung up everywhere. They run off that camper gas stuff, kind of gassy stuff. What is going wrong here, Janet? You are not. Oh, what are you doing? They're not lining up. I can't even do 2-row patterns right, can I? I'm stupid. I'm hello stupid. I am really. And I admit it. There's a lady who comes to the knit club, and I think she's losing the plot. Because the other day she couldn't even remember how to cast off on. And then when she come to cast off, she couldn't remember how to cast off. I thought, oh, I'm not that bad. Yeah. You've got your AC on. Oh, give over, give over boasting. It's bloody freezing it. No, it's not freezing. Actually, it's raining at the moment. It's raining. It doesn't say what the temperature is. It just says it's raining. Whether you saw the degrees and raining at the moment. It was an older video. It was from 2020, but it's exactly the same thing as what happens. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. We seem to be. That means the logs will actually last a heck of a lot longer. They were just burning for fun. Oh, somebody's coming down the stairs again. Must be the doggies. Sparrow's Heart Home said, hello. From Alabama, you're picking up pecans. Oh dear, your trees didn't make it well. Yeah. Either it was too hot or it was too cold. It's like that with everybody, isn't it? I know pecans are very popular, but I don't actually like anything to do with nuts. Just a personal taste. Everybody else likes nuts. It's just me. I just attract of the humankind, you know. But I don't like them to eat. I used to eat them when I was younger. I don't know why I don't like them now. Yeah. You're using an IKEA candle. Oh, my eyesight's a bit dodgy, Lucy. If I haven't got bright lights, I can't see a Tweety bird. Yeah. No, I don't like any nuts whatsoever. I don't know why I don't like the taste of them. Just don't like them. I'm a bit weird. I know. Everybody else likes nuts except me. I'm just a weirdo. Yeah, my eyesight's, you know that song like my eyes are dim, I cannot see. Well, maybe that's why I can't digest them because I've got, as you know, I've got IBS and diverticulitis. So maybe that's why I can't digest nuts. It's not that I can't digest them, I just don't like the taste. You can't eat nuts, no. It's not an allergy or anything. Nothing nasty happens when I eat nuts. I just don't like the taste, yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of nuts knocking around here and all. They always seem to find me on the seafront. Actually, my friend said she thought she was the one who attracted the nuts, but I think, I've beaten her, I think I get more nuts than she gets. Oh, I know. I was watching a video today about all the ones that are going on, all what's going on, and that. I thought, oh, thank God, yeah, I'm not involved in any of it. I mean, as I said before, if anything's going on a channel and I don't like it, you just pass it by. You don't make a comment. You don't argue. You just don't watch that video anymore. Oh, I get approached on the seafront all the time. I'm not being hit on or anything like that. It's just people think because you're in a scooter, you're fair target to be spoken to. I believe people in wheelchairs are the same, yeah. People think they have to come up and say, oh, poor you, scooter, how are you today and all that jazz. Yeah. Yeah, but stuff going on YouTube. Thank goodness it doesn't happen. I just walk away from everything. I'm just not get involved at all. I think I'm too placid or whatever. You know, whatever. If somebody says anything, I just ignore it. Just delete the comment, you know. I'm very fortunate, though, everybody. If it's got a chicken on it, no, I don't want a chicken on my skirt. I am not that fond of chickens. They are not my favourite animal. I am subscribed to your channel anyway. What do you mean? No, I don't want chickens. Actually, I'm not supposed to put stickers on, really. I suppose I could put those decal ones that peel off. Oh, you didn't say chickens? Oh, good, because knowing you, it would have been a chicken. And if it says who knows, then I would get more than one person asking me who knows what, because that's what they would ask me here. A sticker for my channel? I don't have any stickers on my channel. I wouldn't know what to do. I'm waiting for an 11-year-old, would you believe, to tell me what to do. I can't link videos together. I can't put things on. I can't do anything. I can't put pictures up. So I'm waiting for my son's 11-year-old to give me tuition. It's great, isn't it? Hi, Lulu. It's great when you have to ask an 11-year-old what to do, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not proud. I'll ask an 11-year-old. I am just computer dumb. You're lucky you see me on here. I don't know how I managed this. And I managed it on my own as well, yeah. A sticker to stick on my scooter advising my channel. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. No, I don't go in for that sort of thing, really, Miguel. I don't go in for that advertising myself. I'm very poor at that sort of stuff. My mother's ear is in my ear when I do things like that. Self-praise is no recommendation. Stop blowing your own trumpet. It's okay for somebody else to say your things are nice, but not for you to say they're nice. So I find it very difficult, yeah. Now, if people want to know, they ask me. A lot of people know I crochet, but, you know, I don't think a lot of people are all that interested in me crochet. Well, I found that anyway. I wish they were interested in me crocheting. The only person who found out about me was when I was in the Naked Sheep, the wool shop, yeah. When this woman said, "Oh, Jan, it's you," she said, "I recognised your voice." And the bloke in the wool shop said, "Why? Why do you recognise her voice?" And this woman said, "Oh, she's got a YouTube channel." And since then, every time I go in, he greets me like a long-lost friend. Yeah. Hi, Nana Michelle. It doesn't get me any discount on my wool, though, yeah. Even though I do mention the name. Even though I do say I go in the Naked Sheep. So he gets free adverts, doesn't he? But I don't get any discount. I don't think I'd want to be attached to anybody in particular. Hey, squirrels. I mean, it's like I was watching, you know, I don't often watch Bag a Day, but I watched her the other day. And she was saying she didn't want to be affiliated to anybody because, you know, then you sort of have to use their wool or something like that. Yeah. Hi, Connie. Oh, I won't do anything like that, Miguel. No. No, I'm a bit. It's not that I'm shy. I just don't. Well, at the moment, I've not got a web page to advertise. Let's face it. I'm waiting for my 11-year-old. I'm waiting for my 11-year-old to help me. I said I'm going to make him my advertising manager. He can go on commission. Child slave labour. Oh dear. I need an 11-year-old. Why haven't I got an 11-year-old? Yeah. Because I'm 76, that's why I don't have an 11-year-old. No, I don't blame Crystal for doing anything, yeah. I mean, I admit I don't always watch her. I watch her tutorials if it's something I want to do, but I don't watch her unboxing because I'm in the UK and like it just makes you think, oh well, I can't buy it anyway, so I'm not looking at it because it just might make me, I might like it, you know. So I pick and choose which ones I want to watch. I don't watch an awful lot of videos anyway. I'm always busy doing something. I'm out and about. And when a lot of the things are on in America, I'm either in bed or I'm out, you know. Because the time difference is completely wrong. It's not that I don't want to watch. And there's nothing worse than watching a live once it's over. You know, it's not the same, is it? Watching a live like 2 days later when it lasts 2 hours. It's kind of not something I do, you know. But we shall see. We shall see what we shall see. Yeah, watching replays now, it's not fun. You have to be there, don't you, to find it amusing, funny, or know what the heck is going on. Yeah. You know, it's kind of like watching a replay of a football match or something. It's just not the same, is it? Or watching a replay of a football match. Well, if you did watch football matches, when you know what the score is, you know. Right. Don't put two in. You usually lurk. Oh, you're lurking. You're a lurker, are you, Lulu? Ooh. Yeah, I don't really like it when people. I can understand it if they're going away and they don't want people to know that they're going away. So they just like stack a few things up and send them out, you know, while they're away. I can understand that. Because this day and age, you don't want to advertise, do you, that your house is empty and things like that. I can understand that. But it is difficult, you know, to watch things when they say they've recorded it weeks before, yeah. I mean, like, it's difficult for me. Well, I don't go away anyway. But if I was to go away, there's always somebody in the house. So I don't have that problem. But I was always very reluctant when I lived on my own to mention that I was going away, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I've never done videos. Well, do you know me? I'm brain dead, Chris. I wouldn't know how to start making a video and putting it on whatever you're supposed to put it on. I either do live or I record it and put it up the same day. Or occasionally it doesn't go up the same day because there's a problem with the, you know, the internet or something and I can't put it up. It's a bit awkward, isn't it? But never mind, somebody might like it. This is about all I'm capable about, you know. I'm even going wrong on a 2-row pattern here. But I'm fudging it, as they say. Fudging it. When I think about the patterns I used to do, you know, yeah, I record and upload. I dare say if I lived on my own and the house was empty, I might want to record something and not tell anybody that I was away, Maybe that. But then again, I wouldn't know how to do it. You all think I'm joking, don't you? But I am not joking. I am the dumbest person in the world when it comes to anything to do with computers. I would love to be like Z, put wow, kapow, and, put pictures up and do everything. And this 11-year-old is saying, oh, it's so easy. You just have to get this, that, and the other. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You'll have to come and show me. You'll have to tell me. Oh, you just have to get an editing thing. I said, yeah, but I wouldn't know which editing to buy. Yeah, I'd buy the wrong one. There was a choice of 10. I'd pick the one that was a dummy one. Yeah. I said, you'll have to come. I said, I don't mind buying it. Just tell me which one I've got to buy and tell me how to use it. I never used to be like this. I used to be quite on the button. Oh, fancy stuff. Fancy, fancy. Yeah. If I had the money, I'd send for you, Chris. And you could get blasted to death in your chair on the seafront. You could get windswept and interested on the seafront. I'm still waiting to paint the darn thing yet, Chris. I'm so lazy. I've decided. I've got lazy-itis, I've decided. I don't know any UK girls, sadly, Chris. Especially since I moved here, I know no one except the old golden oldies that I meet at knit club. Oh, it's definitely. It's either procrastination or laziness. It's one of the two. I was saying it was procrastination today, but I think I'm verging on the laziness. Yeah. When you're retired, there's always another day. There's always tomorrow, isn't there? Tomorrow's another day. I mean, I brought my wool winder from the other house, and I've discovered that I didn't bring the bits that go with it, so I've just had to order another wool winder, a ball winder. I've got the, what do you call them, the Swift. Still got that. But I'm winding balls on this thing, and I thought, this isn't right. This isn't right. It's not right at all. Then I discovered that you should have those plastic things that fit on. I must have thrown them all away before I came here. So I've just ordered another wool winder. I would have liked one of the wonderful wooden ones, but I ain't paying £100 for one. Those Knit Pro ones, I think they're £88 or £100 or something. I thought, yeah, I don't want to wind that many balls. I'm making a shawl that's a YouTube video by Robin. It's coming out very, very open work. It's one of those cakes. It's going to eventually go to green, and then it's going, well, 2 shades of green, and eventually it's going to go to purple at the end. It's very, very open, but hey-ho, not everybody wants a close together shawl, do they? But I can't concentrate. I was doing a pattern that every row was different, and I just couldn't. I wasn't getting the stitch count at the end of the row. So I was like having to pull it back and see where I'd gone wrong with it. And Whereas my friend, she's just happily chatting away at the library and doing a fancy pattern at the same time. I used to be like that when I was her age. Oh, bear in mind she's in her 30s and I'm in my 70s, so there's a big difference, isn't there? It's going to go to 2 shades of green, and then it's going to go to purple. But it was fuzzy. It's fuzzy. And the pattern I was using, it was on a smaller hook, and it was like welding itself together. And I thought, I don't think I like this. Plus the fact, Brain Dead couldn't do the pattern. Yeah. I might have been able to do the pattern if I'd have sat in the quiet, yeah, on my own, not watching the telly, with a ruler under every row. Maybe then. But in actual fact, I'm better with a chart. I know where I'm going with a chart. A lot of people don't like charts, but I do. To me, they make sense. They're logic. You know, you can see where things are going and that. Whereas when you're telling me every row and it's all on lines like that, and I lose my place. Yeah. Sparrow's Heart Home said lots of food. Well, I don't cook. You know, I don't cook, Chris. I'm one of those useless women. Used to cook, don't cook. My daughter-in-law does the cooking. I would cook if I was left on my own. Out of necessity, I would cook. Yeah. But I don't. So, oh, I'm getting hot. You threw yarn in a window. Oh dear. Canning always reminds me of Erin. You know, she used to be, oh God, well, she's changed her name now, hasn't she? Was she Gimme Yarn 418 before? She's changed her name anyway. It's just Erin something or other now. She's a fabulous knitter, isn't she? She knits socks for fun and she knits the most fantastic jumpers in what I would call fair hour, what you would call colour work in America. She's such a fantastic knitter. Shamed to death I am. I'm terrible. I used to be a lot better. As I say, I'm just putting it down to old age. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm just going to do what I can do. Not going to, get all sulkified and get all upset because I can't do things. I'm just going to leave it and just do what I can. You know, no point making yourself feel miserable because you or make you feel like you're a failure because you can't do things. I'm like, no, you used to be able to do things and you did. Just let it go. You know, I refuse to feel a failure. Yeah. I used to knit fair hour and, I used to knit jumpers with animals and things on the front and birds and trees and, oh, all sorts of stuff. It's a toss-up if I could do it now. My son used to have a whole range of Disney sweaters when he was a teenager, Mickey Mouse, Pluto, Donald Duck. He had them in every colour, yeah. Yeah, I used to make them with birds and trees and everything on, and I don't think I could even go there now. But I have my memories and I used to be able to do things, so. I was talking to my cousin the other day, he's 88, and he'd been to Spain because he still managed to get to Spain. And he was saying like he couldn't do all the things, he had things he should have done, at his place in Spain. How do you carry different colours? You have to strand them across the back and don't leave big strands because it doesn't work that way. If you crocheting, you crochet over it. It does leave a little thread line, but yeah, I don't like when I see big loops like that. You have to clip it every 3 stitches when you're doing fair round. Otherwise, it won't stretch. So it is an art form, yeah. I can't think who made a hat. I was watching somebody's video and they knitted a hat and it had all skeletons going around it. But the first one she made, she stranded it all and didn't clip it, if you know what I mean. and it was just too tight. She couldn't get it on her head. Can't think who it was now. But she sorted it out, the second one, managed to make them. Yeah, she was doing skeleton. I wish I could. See, I've got a brain like a sieve. I was only watching it the other day and I've forgotten who it was already. Brain dead. Brain dead. I admit it. Yeah, it was lovely. All skeletons on. She was making them for her kids as well, her grandkids. I just can't remember who it was. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. I'm like the one in the yellow, what's it called? The yellow brick road thing. You know, the one who, if I only had a brain, yeah. Was it the Tin Man who didn't have a brain? Was it Tim? I can't remember who didn't have a brain. Anyway, one of them didn't have a brain, did he? One didn't have a heart. One didn't have a brain. That's it. It was. You're right. Oh, where would I do without you, Diana? Yeah, it was. It was Debbie the Canadian Crocheter. She made the first one and it wouldn't stretch because she didn't strand it right. Yeah. No, because you strand it at the back if you're knitting it. If you're crocheting it, yes, it does stretch. It would show a little bit. Yeah. Was it the Scarecrow who didn't have a brain? I don't know. One of them didn't have a brain and one of them didn't have a heart. That was the lion who didn't have a heart, wasn't it? Because he was cowardly. I'll see. I mean, how many times have we watched it? And I can't remember. Yeah, I did watch the Canadian Crocheter. You're right there. That's who it was, Diana. I do watch her because I find she's very interesting. Yeah. It seemed to be the theme when I went to Yarndale. Every other person, most of the people were wearing crochet jackets, but the ones who were wearing hats all had knitted Fair Isle hats. It must be the in thing to have a pom-pom hat with Fair Isle on. I'm just not into knitting at the moment. I will knit some fingerless gloves with that lovely wool I got. The, the wool from Floof. I think you all saw it, didn't you? The lady at knit wouldn't let it go. She was like, oh, oh. She wanted to cuddle it. I must admit I'm a bit that way. I have lots of lovely yarn in my shed, and all I do is pat it. I made 24 karat crochet. She saw it and she's ordered some. Isn't that absolutely glorious? Look at the colours on that. Glorious, isn't it? Just me. I will wind it. I will get my ball winder. When I get my new ball winder, I will put it on the Swift. And I will. The lion was courage, the scarecrow was brain, and the tin man was heart. Then I'm a scarecrow, yeah. You're loom knitting a pair of fingerless gloves. No, I'm going to hand knit this. Hand knit these. Yeah. Oh no, they anybody that's worth the salt, they do tie it so that it doesn't, you put it on the Swift and then you take the little string things off. Apparently that was what one of the rows was on YouTube because somebody got one that looked like this and they thought it should have been twisted up. And they took the label off and of course it all fell to pieces, which it will. If you do, if you don't hold it the right way and you don't take care when you're separating it out, it will all fall to pieces. Hello, that's what it does, yeah. It's not a fault or anything, it's just that it does that. I've got several skeins in mine. It's the same with Daniel's wool. I keep patting Daniel's wool. I finished the other shawl. I think everybody's seen it now. And this one's blocking. It's not. To be honest with you, the whizzy whizzy thing outside, not the whirly whirly, the whizzy whizzy. It's been full all week. I think my daughter-in-law's taking washing in. So I haven't been able to peg it out. I finished this one. But I got a little bit fed up of doing the virus shawl. Yeah. Oh, I used to dodge my brother was always faster on his feet than me. And all wool used to come in hanks back in the day. You know, I'm so old. All wool used to come in a hank. And I wouldn't mind, but they were 25. No, they were ounces, 28 grams. So when you were knitting a sweater, there was an awful lot of hand. My brother was always faster on his feet, and he always got out of the way. As soon as my mother started rummaging in a knitting bag, he was gone. And I was Dumbo, was always sat there, you know. Oh. My dad used to go out the way. But no, Janet was too slow, too stupid. She had to stand there like that, winding wool all day long. Oh, never mind. Suppose it was good training, wasn't it? Whatever. The things you used to do for your mother when you was a kid, yeah. Like mangling the sheets, you know, with the big old-fashioned, really big rollers, hand mangling the sheets. I mangle my fingers more times than you know about. And don't mangle things with buttons. Put them inside out so the buttons don't leave a ring when you've mangled them. Oh. See, I was a great mangler. It used to be outside our mangle. And neighbours used to knock on the door and say, could they mangle the sheets? Yeah. Because they didn't have a mangle. Yeah, they do look a bit like that. Do you know, I had an absolutely beautiful one that my dad made. And years ago, I thought, oh, wool will never be in skeins again. It's only ever going to be in balls again. So I got rid of it. Never thinking that hand-dyed yarn would be in skeins. I mean, when you think about it, there was no such thing as hand-dyed yarn. Maybe there was if you lived in Scotland in the crofts and you wound your own wool and you did it all, but it wasn't commercially like people do it to sell anymore. It wasn't done like that. Hand-dyed yarn was not in existence when I started to knit and when we had the wool shops and stuff like that. And people are saying to me, did he sell merino? Did he sell cashmere? Didn't exist. It didn't exist. Cashmere, maybe it existed somewhere, but it didn't exist in the English market at all. It was all wool. When I first was growing up, everything was wool. Occasionally you would get sock wool in like dark colours for men, like Lovat green and stuff like that. There was no fancy colours in sock yarn. There was about 5 shades: Lovat, bluey Lovat, grey, a darker grey, black, maybe a navy blue. And it had 20% nylon in it. And I can remember my mum, when she got to the heels and toes, she used to reinforce it with, it was a bobbin of 100% sewing cotton called Silco. And she used to run Silco along with her wool into the heels and the toes so that they didn't get holy. I can remember that as plain as anything. And I'm thinking, why don't people do that now? I mean, merino is not for socks, is it? You know, you stick your toe through it. You paid 20 quid for a skein of yarn and you stick your toe through it, yeah. And then eventually she used to buy a big bobbin of something that was exactly meant for that sort of thing, that you ran it along with the heels and the toes. She bought a big bobbin and the stuff, yeah. But nobody does that anymore. And I'm thinking, you're so daft. You're going to put holes in the heels and holes in the toes, especially if you go hiking or something. Because let's face it, hand-dyed yarn is not the sort of stuff that's robust to make men's socks with if they're working outside or something. You know, they'll just wear a big hole in it. Yeah, that's why I don't use fancy yarns to knit socks. I would buy sock yarn for that, you know, the proper in a ball sock yarn I would buy. I would not use hand-dyed yarn to make a sock. That's sacrilege to me, absolutely sacrilege. I used to have a Fair Isle jumper when I was a child that had belonged. My dad bought it when he was stationed in the Shetland Isles during the war, and he bought it from my mum. And over the years, she either put on weight or it shrunk because it was pure wool back in the day. So it finished up fitting me, and I used to wear it with my kilt. I had, as we used to call it, Scotch plod kilt. I mean, now you can't call it Scotch. Scotch is only for what you drink, yeah. But it used to be called Scotch plod, yeah. Because we used to say people were Scotch. Instead of saying people were Scottish or Scots. Oh God, people don't darn. I don't think anybody knows how to darn these days. I used to darn everything. I used to darn all my husband's socks when he used to wear work boots. He used to wear holes in them for fun. My dad used to say, I don't mind darns, but when you're darning on top of darns, Lucy, it's getting a bit uncomfy. My mother would darn them until there was more darn than sock. Yeah. People have too much these days. It's too much of a throwaway. They don't make do and mend. I mean, they like to think that they've invented this reuse things and let's reuse that, but they haven't invented it. It was all because of necessity. You know, people, if you got a hole in your jumper, that wasn't the end of the world. If you couldn't darn it, you would take it apart and make it into a scarf, mittens, hat. You know, if it was beyond whatever. My mum used to buy sweaters, you know, at jumble sales, which was before charity shops. And she would unravel them and make things with them. Yeah. My son had his kilt let out. Don't tell him I know. I don't know, he did. It was a proper kilt, though, proper Scottish kilt that he paid a fortune for. It's what he got married in. So because the proper kilted, they were all pleated and that, I think he had a pleat, like, taken out, if you know what I mean, to make a flatter piece so that he could fit into it again. Because he wore it when, well, his stepdaughter, or his daughter as he calls her, got married. He wore his kilt when he walked her down the aisle. She wanted him to walk her down the aisle rather than her own biological father. So he wore his kilt for that. But it was a proper one. It cost a fortune. It was a proper Scottish kilt, yeah. And they're not cheap. Oh no, the proper ones just stay. You just roll them up and they just stay in the pleats. They're steamed and they cost an absolute fortune, Chris. They really do. But he was getting married, so, you know, he pushed the boat out, as they say. Well, the fan's still going round, so it must be still, just because I can't see flames flickering. It was burning up logs for a rate of knots. I couldn't afford to keep up with it with the logs. Anyway, we've got a big load of logs that was delivered, so they should last quite a while now. It'll be the coal we need delivering next. Yeah, it's getting bigger. It'll be nice at last when I get to the green, won't it? Yeah, I would imagine that is what they would cost now, £500 for a kilt. Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't know quite what my son paid for his, but bear in mind he got married about Oh gosh, must be about 15 years ago he got married now. So yeah, he probably didn't pay 500 back then, but he probably paid the equivalent of. Yeah. I'm trying not to get excited about my scooter. Try not to, in case it doesn't turn up. Today I've got a packet of ready salted potato sticks. My son didn't get married with the spar and the socks, the shirt and the jacket. He got married Axl Rose style, with great big Doc Martin boots, a white t-shirt and a leather jacket. Leather waistcoat, sorry. Oh yeah, you get them hand knitted, yeah. Well, they have to be, because they have to be long and shaped to go up your calf, and then you have to have a turn over top. He didn't have those. I don't. Oh yes, he did. I think he did have big socks, but he had his Doc Martin boots on. Can't remember if he had a sporran or not. I can't remember. His wedding photographs over there. I'm not sure. My son drove a motorbike to his wedding. He got featured in the local paper. The bride should have been in a limousine, but it didn't turn up. They paid the deposit and they said they would pay the remainder when he turned up for the wedding. And they just didn't turn up because they hadn't had the whole of the money, so they didn't turn up. So she was stranded, and so she finished up on the back of a tricycle, which was rather sad in one way because she just had her hair done. And try as you might, your hair gets blown to bits on the back of a tricycle. So she didn't arrive like as she'd left the house, if you know what I mean. My son didn't go commando under his, but he had a G-string on, which he took off and put in my handbag. Yeah, thank you. He said, I'm not wearing this. It's like sitting on a cheese wire. Yeah. So he walked around commando for the rest of the evening. I wanted to. Have you ever tried sitting for a long period of time, Chris, on a G-string? They might look attractive. Men might think they look sexy, but they are not comfortable at all. Sorry about that. I'd rather have a visible panty line any day than wear one of them. Yeah, string up your... Oh, don't go there. I'm just feeling uncomfortable just thinking about it. I don't care about visible panty lines. At least it shows everybody I'm wearing some. I prefer to wear belly warmers, or, as my dad used to call them, harvest festivals. All is safely gathered in. They're very salty. Can't eat too many of them. My novel way of keeping it shut. Close peg. Oh, I couldn't eat many of them. They're much too salty. And it still say rain on and off, and it keeps flashing at me. Pegs are wonderful. I do all my my blocking with pegs. Put them all around. Put them on. I put it on the, well, not the washing line in our case. It's that tizzy wizzy thing. And I put pegs along the top, and I put all pegs all along it so that the weight pulls it all down. So a big yay for pegs. Right. I've got my dandelion burdock with my lovely fish bottle opener. I'd be so annoyed if that ever got missing. I've had that for years. I bought it for my mum, actually. But when my mum passed away, I reclaimed it. Don't know where I bought it from. Somewhere down south, somewhere. One of those fishing port places, you know, like in Cornwall, like St Ives or somewhere I bought it from. My mum kept it, and then when mum passed away and I was moving all her stuff, I thought, yay, I'm getting that back. It's much nicer than an ordinary bottle opener, isn't it? A metal bottle opener. There we are. Cheers, everybody. Cheers with my dandelion and burdock. Cheers. Yeah, I'm sort of getting there with this. I'll be glad when I get to some green or something. It might make it a bit more interesting. Yellow is not my favourite colour. Lemon, maybe, but not yellow. Hi, Magali. No, I don't know what there is about yellow. It's just not me, is it? I never feel, good wearing yellow. You have your colours, don't you? I don't like pale pink, and yet I've been told many times when I have actually worn it, oh gosh, that colour does suit you. And yeah, I really don't like pale pink. You're having a shandy. Ooh, cheeky shandy, cheeky shandy. I had a Jack Daniels and Coke last night. It was only in a can. You know, those where they wave Jack Daniels over Coke, yeah? The chocolate I have got today is Maltesers. The chocolate with the less, well, they used to say the chocolate with the less fattening centre, but I don't think they can say that anymore. That's what they used to advertise it as. When it's got a little thing that you're supposed to pull to open up the cellophane, I can never find the end. So I shall have to cut it with my scissors. Or as my son used to call them, skizzers. I don't wear a lot of green either, unless it's emerald green. I love emerald green, jade green. But lime green, that's not me either. Although I have got a lime green cardigan, but it's only because it goes with the flowers in one of my dresses. Maltesers. I like the way when you open it, they give you a choice of like a little where you can get one at once, or you can open the top. I don't know, Miguel. He hasn't been on for a couple of weeks, so I was hoping he was not coming on because he'd moved. I know he was in the process of getting ready to move, but I don't know whether he's actually moved. Does anybody know whether Shad's moved or not? Yeah. Oh, you watch such lovely things, Enid. You're watching Praying Mantis. But there we are. Maltesers. or malt balls, or whatever you want to call them. They're going to melt if I leave them there. This light here, it's quite a strong light. So if I put my chocolate anywhere near it, it melts. All I have to pray is that I don't knock them all on the floor. No, I don't feel poorly. I can fall asleep if I have a chocolate bar and I don't just eat a little bit of it and put the rest of it away. If I was being a pig and I ate a full chocolate bar, I just go to sleep. Oh, like that. And when I wake up, I feel like my heart's racing and everything. But no, I don't really I don't feel poorly. No. Well, that's a good excuse to have some more candy, isn't it, Edith? What, you have one outside your door, a praying mantis? Well, send the hubby out to get you some more. Make him earn his keep. Oh, you get no sense out of him then, Enid, if he's got a man cold. That's what I miss round here, a corner shop. You have to get in this on the scooter or get in the car. We don't have a corner shop. When I lived in Prestwich at first, we used to have a corner shop on nearly every street corner. Of course, one by one, they all disappeared. People were using supermarkets and not using them. But it was great. Oh, send out for a pizza. Say you don't feel like making dinner. Yeah, give them egg on toast or do a pizza, yeah. Mac and cheese over. I feel ill. That is one thing I do not like. I don't like pasta, and I certainly don't like mac and cheese. Ugh. Give them egg on toast or something like that, or a tin of soup. Tell him it's a national emergency, and does he want to cook? Because if he doesn't want to cook, then it's ordering out. I would just put it to him that way. So get your hand in your pocket, or you're starving, because I'm not cooking. Sometimes you have to put your foot down with a big hand. Oh, we don't have turns. Just say you're not cooking, end of story. He don't put his hand in his pocket. Yeah, eggy bread or something. Something easy. Tell him soup. Yeah, baked beans on toast, yeah. That's what I would have. If I'm left on my own, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with baked beans on toast or an egg on toast when I have to cook for myself. Quite happy. Rather have that than microwave meals, yeah. Miguel, cook a 5-course meal. She's not feeling well. Yeah, they don't like mac and cheese. Serves them right. I wouldn't cook at all. I'd just take to my bed and say, sorry, mate. Find something out to make yourself. Because I've had enough. Yeah, just do something like that. French toast. Yeah, cereal. Give them a bowl of cereal. It won't harm them to have a bowl of cereal. Yeah, just make them something easy. I wouldn't be bothered doing any flipping cooking if I wasn't well. Yeah, cook some eggs. Omelette. Make an omelette and chuck a bit of cheese and something in the middle of it. Whatever you've got in your fridge. Yeah, peanut and butter sandwich. I don't like it, but there's always that. I definitely wouldn't cook if I wasn't feeling well. Definitely not. Just say, I feel dizzy, I'm going to bed. Bye. Let the kids fend for themselves. It won't do them any harm. They'll soon find something to eat if it was only a cereal and milk. My friend has one night off. She always says it's CRAP night. In other words, it's rubbish tea night. Everybody has to fend for themselves. So it's beans on toast, egg, whatever they want to make. She doesn't do it. Yeah, they all fend for themselves. Hmm. Yeah, she does that. I mean, her youngest is 11, her oldest ones are older. But she has a night off, and they all just make what they want. If they don't want to cook, they have cereal. You know, that's as broad as it's long, isn't it? Yeah. We'll put some rice with it or something. Yeah, chloroform's a good idea. Oh, I'm not in the mood for cooking. I'm not in the mood to cook. I don't cook. Open a tin of soup or something. Give them some bread. Yeah, stick a bit of pasta in it or a bit of rice. Warm it up. Yeah, tell them to stick them. Give them burgers. Get some buns out. Kids are always in the mood for a burger, aren't they? I don't like them myself, but kids do. This yellow going on forever. I'm still only on the bit I've unpulled yet. Yeah, you could do a baked potato and stick some cheese in the middle of it. Yeah, you could put the chilli in the middle of the potato, couldn't you? If she has chilli left over. Bung a baked potato in the oven and then stick some chilli in the middle of it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Mm. Oh, well, bark at him back again then and say, right, if that's the mood you're in, you're not having nothing. Yeah, lock him in his room. I don't care if it's 3:40, lock him in. Tell him if he feels like that, he doesn't need any tea and he needs to go to bed. Most men are unreasonable, Miguel. Well, married men are. If he's as sick as a dog, he doesn't need any dinner, does he? Yeah, open a tin of soup. Tell him that's what he needs when he's poorly. Just say you're so poorly, I don't think you'd feel like any dinner. You were sickening in the hospital over here. You wouldn't want to eat the meals. They're pretty disgusting. Hey Rick, how you doing? Yeah, put some grated cheese on top of it. Potatoes. Several incidents rain related, yeah. It's like that over here, you know. Excuse me. Oh dear. Somebody went down the wrong way. Put it on spuds or boil up some rice. Put it over the rice. I meant to phone Sue today. Maybe I'll phone her tomorrow. She's always a busy girl. Well, there you go. Make yourself an omelette or something with your chucky eggs. Hi, Melly. We had ratatouille and fish for our tea. It was very nice. And now I'm coughing because one of my Maltesers went down the wrong way. Shouldn't be eating this. I'm eating the whole book of Maltesers. You sound very domesticated, Chris. I tell you who's missing tonight, Kaz. Manny, she did say she was working on Sunday this week, so she might not be on. Yeah, I'm in agreement with you with that, Munchkin. Can't remember when I last had a McDonald's. Oh, I'm nearly up to the bit that I've not unravelled. I'm making this up as I go along. I'm just not following the pattern at all now. I'm just doing my own thing. If it starts going pear-shaped, you'll know why. My bad habits lead to you. You're on the Thrive Dental ad. You're lucky I keep getting funeral ads. They must be trying to tell me something. Well, it started off being a pattern and it's finishing up to being one of my own. I was following a pattern by Robin off YouTube, but now it's not boring in the home anymore. Oh, why is it not boring in the home anymore? Or shouldn't we ask? Oh, yeah, it's a bit difficult, isn't it? When somebody has a mental illness and you have to deal with it. What is a Thrive Dental Office? Funny name for a dental office, Thrive. I don't think I could deal with that, Rick. I really don't think. I always thank my lucky stars that my son was fine because they thought he was brain damaged when I had him because he'd been stuck, before he was born. They thought he was brain damaged, but thankfully he wasn't. Well, I don't know, but thankfully he wasn't. Oh, Mr. Marsh, I think we've given up with him now. I think he's left us. I think we've lost him. I like patterns I don't have to think about anymore. I'm getting old. Getting old and crotchety, not crochet, crotchety. The carnival guy, I haven't seen Ben for a week or two now. He's back working on the carnival, so he doesn't come on much now. Yeah, I haven't seen Ben for a while. And the other guy, Rob, he makes his own videos now, that medic, UK medic. So we haven't seen him on here for a long time. He actually did a live one not long ago, so I actually got to see what he looked like. It's nice when you see what people look like. Rob, yeah, UK medic, he used to come on a lot. The ambulance man. But he hasn't been on for a long time. But he has his own channel now. He was a paramedic. He used to talk to us while he was waiting for a call out. You don't remember him? Yeah, he came on quite a number of weeks. He drives one of those first response cars. He's not in the ambulance. He's he's a paramedic. Yeah, he came on quite a number of times. Does anybody else remember Rob? UK medic? I know everybody else used to talk to him. You remember him, do you, Chris? Yeah, I thought you would. He's not been on for quite a long time. Oh, here comes Rosie. Hello, my darling. Head out my bag. In the canal? It's not in the canal. You get mixed up, Miguel. They don't have medics on the canal. You're thinking of Trev. Trev's on the canal. Rob was waiting in his car. He's not an ambulance. It's like a... No, I didn't say he's on the canal. He's got his own channel, I said. Yeah, he's got his own channel now. So we did a live on his channel, so I actually got to see what he looks like, which is nice. Yeah. I like to see what people look like. I'm still on the yellow, but I've got to the bit now where I'm coming out the middle now. Hi, Lydia. What time of day is it? It's nearly 11 o'clock in the evening. Well, about 10 minutes to 11, actually. But that's nearly 11, isn't it? A bit mutton, yeah. Maybe your glasses will help you hear a bit better, Miguel. Who knows? No, it weren't a camel, it were an alpaca. A medic on a canal? No, I don't think they've got medics on the canal. Although, you never know these days. You have everything on the canal these days. There's a yarn shop called the Wool Boat on the canal. They float up and down the canal. You have to find out where they're moored up if you want to buy anything from them. It's called the Wool Boat. Be handy if you live near a canal, wouldn't it? I think it might be quite a way for me to go. I don't think they come up the seafront. Don't start stirring it, Munchkin. I didn't say a medic on a camel. Yeah, he does videos, UK medic. Maybe he has UK_medic. I can't tell you at the moment because I can't look him up. But he's on my, what do you call it, list. It comes up, flashes up. It's UK, I think, _medic. What are you doing, Rosie? What you got? She's got her chew. She won't come out until she's eaten her chew, no, Rosie.
I'm just gonna... Come on. Rosie.
Oh, there you go. See, Chris, there you go. I knew you'd find him, Chris. You're very good at finding people, aren't you? Yeah, UK medic, yeah. He's done some little short videos, like when he was in Egypt and places like that. And then he uses a drone sometimes, and it takes, does videos with a drone, like going over places. He started off just doing, when he was like zooming through the traffic, like as a UK medic, calling people when they're getting in his way. But he seems to have diversified now and gone on to other things. Yeah, he's done drone footage all over the place, yeah. No, he's nowhere near me. He's down south somewhere. He seems to like to travel, to Spain. And they do have camels in Egypt. Do they really? I know they have them in the Sudan and places like that, don't they? I keep singing one phrase out of Ed Sheeran's one of his songs, like Bad Habits, it's called. And I wish I could get it out of me. Man, it's better than the other day. I had the Muppets in my head. I was going down the seafront singing, everything is great, everything is grand. You're tempting to get rid of somebody. Oh, right. That way. Or just chuck them out. Yeah, that's what we were singing at. I didn't go last week and there isn't anything. Yeah, I know that one as well. I know a song that'll get on your nerves, get on your nerves, get on your nerves. Oh, you're up early on Sunday? Oh, I'm not. I'm going to stay in my bed. I did have to get up because, no, not YouTube. Amazon were delivering me mittens, but they delivered them today. I've got hot mitts. You put them in the microwave, but you have to be careful not to do them too hot because, if you don't have feeling in your fingers sometimes like me, you could burn yourself. Yeah. They look like boxing gloves. The shovel arrived, yes. Look like boxing mittens, don't they? You put them in the microwave, but only, just for a little while because you could burn your hands, couldn't you? I'm so sick of getting really cold fingers. And I can't sleep sometimes if they hurt because they start, It's me that's got the circulation problem, not the lobster. Because you can't see it here, can you? But there's brown up to about there, and then from there upwards, they're a bit dead. They feel like I've been in the water too long, and they feel. I mean, now I can. The ends of them are not. It's a weird sensation, and I've got pins and needles going down my palms. And sometimes they're just so cold, from the end downwards, I just can't feel them because they're just so cold. And I've tried like flapping them about and doing things, but if I get in bed and they're cold, it's the same with my feet. If I get in bed and my feet are cold, I have to, put socks on or get up and walk about, I've got my big slipper thing somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's a big furry slipper. Don't know where it's gone. Somewhere around. I put my feet inside. It's like a little polar bear. But my Gigi, well, not my Gigi, but Gigi used to think it was his bed. And he used to sit in it. My giant slipper, yeah, it's like a polar bear. But it's lovely and warm. It's warmer than having my... No, Rosie's not took the slipper. I don't know where it is. Oh, I can see it. It's on the sofa. No, she didn't take the slipper. No, Rosie chews wood. She's a nuisance. She goes into the wood stack and chews wood. It's like a chipmunk's been in the front room. I've got one of those U-bank type sweepers, you don't plug it in. It's not electric. You just roll it over and I have to do that all the time because it's got slivers of wood everywhere. There's a little patch now in the middle. I don't like keep plugging the Hoover in. I've got backache today. Hate to go on about it, but I've got backache today, so Hoover was not on my agenda because it really hurts me. Yeah, it's it's a Eubank. It's my son wouldn't let me bring my Eubank. He said we don't need it. We don't need it. We've got a Hoover. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I thought no, so I bought a new one. I noticed him using it the other day. Yeah, the flip out metal trays. Yeah, they're great if you've just got crumbs. You don't have to get your Hoover out and unravel all the, because we don't have a cordless one because they're useless. Them cordless ones. They run out of steam halfway round. It's cordless. They're just waste of. I think they get you to buy them and then they're just a waste of time. I had one, it wouldn't suck anything up and then it kept running out of juice. Well, no way, I'm not having a cordless one. You can go all round the house with a cordless vac. No, you can't because it runs out of juice. By the time you've done one carpet, it's spluttering, it won't pick anything up. Nope. Give me the old-fashioned ones that plug in. Rechargeable everything these days, and it's just whatever. Why should you be using money recharging everything, leaving them on charge, when you just need something that you plug in when you want to use it? Or in my case, you don't plug it in, you just roll it around you. It's not brilliant, it doesn't go in corners, it doesn't do a brilliant job, but, you know, there's bits of wood all over the place, it's good enough for that. Oh, I don't remember the rainbow vac, that's all of your Americans, that one. No, but who's got one of them rechargeable ones that they have to leave plugged in all the time? Anything that's on standby or anything like that, it uses up your electric. I mean, we proved it. My son's been watching the numbers on the meter. And we now turn off the computer at night, turn off things that are on standby, and the consumption has gone right down. So if you have anything that's on standby, unplug it at night. Don't unplug your router, you know, your internet. Don't unplug that. But unplug everything else that's on standby. That's why I don't want a rechargeable Hoover, because it's on standby the whole blooming time, isn't it? You're de-escalating. I did have my old Hoover that I got when I was married, and it was the best Hoover in the world. And I left it behind because my son said, yeah, we don't want that, we don't want that. It's old-fashioned, it's blah, 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 blah. But I tell you what, it used to be brilliant with dog hair. Fantastic it was with dog hair. Oh, you're in the middle of a domestic row. Well, don't enter into it. Just walk away, shut the door, and go in another room. That's the way to deal with a domestic row. They don't pick up them dustbuster things. I had one for the car. I could have licked it up quicker. You know, those car bags. I mean, useless. The only way to get rid of bits in your car and your sofa. Enid has gone to make something for dinner, or to try to not make something for dinner. Some creepy person. Oh, Lydia. Couldn't you go in the back way? Don't you have a back way? You should live around, well, not around here so much, but there's places not far from here where they're all druggies and God knows what. I suppose every town has them. I tend to stay away from them. When I go to Fleetwood, there's a couple that sit there. I just ignore them, drive past them like I don't see them. I'm not contributing to their drug habits. Oh my God. You need a panic alarm and some pepper spray, Lydia. When I worked at Asda Walmart, they gave us, I haven't still got mine though. They gave us panic alarms. We're not allowed tasers in this country. We're not allowed to have them. They're classed as an offensive weapon. I think we can carry pepper spray. I'm not too sure about that. Probably not. It's probably classed as an offensive weapon. You know what they're like over here. We're not allowed to carry a taser, I know that. Or guns. Although, you know, we have gun crime, don't we? But they're all illegal guns here. Nobody has a right to carry. If you have a gun here, you have to be a farmer or whatever, and they have to be under lock and key. Or you have to be, oh my God, open carry. No way. That's an invitation for somebody to shoot you. Walking around with an open carry. It's like, hey, look at me, I'm carrying a gun. Boom. Thank God we don't have them in the UK. It would really bother me. Oh God, we've got a knife problem. We've got a knife problem by loads of people. I don't know why suddenly everybody's got to carry a knife. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand it. Oh, Juanita's doing a live with crochet fingerless gloves with me. I'm going to knit mine. Crochet's all right, but it doesn't give the same that knitting does. It's like crochet socks, isn't it? They don't give the same. Places, Chris, not just in the US. Yeah, that'd be me. I'd probably spray myself in the face. Because my eyesight's never all that good. I have to feel where the hole is. You know, where you spray deodorant, make sure you're not spraying yourself or spraying somebody, spraying the mirror. Yeah, I'm going to knit my fingerless gloves because I want them to stretch. Crochet's okay. Crochet Rocks is crocheting a pair of fingerless gloves at the moment. But even she says they look a bit thick. Why would you need 5, Tammy? You've only got one hand. Ross. Is it Ross or Ross? Ross. Oh, for competitions. Yeah, we have gun clubs over here, but you have to leave your firearm at the gun club. You don't bring it home. Russell. Yeah. Oh, it's raining yarn. I don't think I know him. Yeah, most people here don't keep guns at home. Unless they're, like I say, a farmer. But it's all licensed. You've got to have a firearms certificate and it gets regularly inspected and they inspect your guns and they've got to be in a locked gun cabinet. They can't be floating loose around the house, yeah. And you certainly couldn't walk around with one in your pocket in the UK. People do, but it's illegal, yeah. Yeah, it's right. You put your foot down, Enid. You tell him. Yeah, competitions are okay, Tammy. I'm not saying I'm not in favour of that. I just don't believe in people wandering around with one tucked in their belt, you know. I think it's an open invitation to somebody if I take us to shoot at you. See if you're quick on the draw or what, you know. I'm still on the yellow. I haven't even got to the green yet. Yeah, it would worry me about America, that. People wandering around. I think they should have to take a mental stability test before they're allowed to own a gun. Yeah, well, so it should, Enid. There's a lot of things I should have said when I was married and didn't. Wish now I'd have had the guts. I wish I would have had the guts to have spoken up. Not finished up being a doormat. The person I am now would have not let him get away with it at all. The person I was then was too meek and mild and too whatever. So I would definitely have. If I was still married to him now, he wouldn't know what I'd hit him. He would not know. Because I would not have put up with any of his CRAP. I would have told him where he got off. But I never did. So I was a fool. But that's another matter, isn't it? Well, they're still hard when they come out. Stick them in the microwave. They're bound to soften up or explode, yeah. America has everything with corn, don't they? Corn, dogs, corn, this, corn, that. I don't like corn. I'll eat corn on the cob if it's... Well, you know what you say? If you don't like it, you can do it yourself. Yeah, I married one, Rick. I married one. Oh, you can't. The number of times I wish mine. I used to plot how wrong would I get if I had actually killed him. But I decided I didn't want to leave my son an orphan. So I didn't actually do it, even though I plotted it many times in my head. We went on holiday one time and he was leaning over the balcony looking at the swimming pool. And I really, really had to stop myself from pushing him over. I had to make myself walk away because it was just there. I could have just pushed him. But I thought he might have hand marks on his back, you know. I couldn't say he slipped. The balcony was too high for him to have slipped over. He went up on the roof of the complex when we were on holiday one time. And it didn't have any rails round it, you know, because I didn't want him to take my son because of that. And I was thinking, I wish I had a head for heights. I could have got away with shoving him off the end of there. Oh dear. Am I wicked or what? I used to think, yay. I could say he slipped off there because there was no rails, yeah. Oh, now you're just describing my ex-husband. You're just describing him. He used to lie to me and exhaust me and stress me out every day of my life. I'm not having an affair. Who, me? How can you think that? It's you. You're mental. Oh, you're talking about your mother. Oh, dear. I was talking about my ex-husband. He was mental. I hope his new woman he's been with for ages can handle him better than I did. Can you not have a, I'm going to say put away, it sounds awful, doesn't it? But, you know. Chosen his coronations on the day of Archie's 4th birthday. But when you think about it, things like that take a lot of organising. I'm sure he didn't do it on purpose. It was probably the only day that was available for everybody. You know, these things take months and months to organise. You can't just pick a date out of the air and say, right, well, we'll have that day. I'm sure he hasn't done it on purpose. But of course, she'll turn it into a song and dance, won't she? Because it's all about me. I think people are getting wise to it all now. It's all about her. Hey, I keep thinking I'll get to the green before I go. but I've got no chance of getting to the green yet. Still on the yellow. What am I doing tomorrow? Nothing, I don't think. If it's nice, I might go out and about. But the chances of it not being cold are sort of minimal. I don't know what the weather forecast is for tomorrow, but I'm sure it's probably not a good one. I should go in the shed, but I'm not in the mood. I'm never in the mood these days. Well, hello, John. How are you? No, I don't have my scooter yet. Fingers crossed I should be getting it this coming week. He said he would ring me Monday or Wednesday, so fingers crossed. Hopefully. Yeah, you need to do something, Rick. You can't take it all on board yourself. You need professional help. You're not out tonight, John, or have you come back? Yeah, you've got to think, Rick, that she probably isn't aware of what she's doing. She's probably just, you know, it's her illness or something. Oh, you're out collecting a few friends from a wedding, yeah? I bet they'll be all happy. They'll be happy and having a sing-song in the back of your car on the way home. There's nothing worse than when you're stone cold sober and driving and everybody in the car's drunk. Oh, dear. I've been the designated driver, because I don't drink a lot. I've always been the designated driver, and there's nothing worse, is there? And everybody in the back seat's having such a good time and laughing and joking and thinking everything they say is hilarious. And you're the one that's stone cold sober and driving, you know. Oh, yes, very funny. Ha ha. Oh, dearie me. Well, I'm still crocheting this thing. I'm making it up as I go along because the ends are all different. I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to be doing at each end, but as long as it's increasing, I don't think it matters. I'm crocheting a shawl, but I'm waiting to get to the green bit. I'm on the yellow still. Still on the yellow. It's not very thrilling, is it? But I can't concentrate on anything too complex when I'm talking and chatting and doing. Yeah, I'm waiting to go to the green bit, but it'll still be a while yet. I won't charge as much for the easy ones as I do for the complicated ones. That way I might sell them. I don't hold a lot of hope. I'm not a very good salesperson. Not very good at trying to get. I did show them on Facebook and Instagram and said they were all for sale, but nobody bothered. Nobody was interested. They all say they're beautiful, they're lovely. Oh, we like that. Oh, that's lovely. That's beautiful. But nobody says, yes, I want to buy them. My trouble is that people who watch me are usually crocheters and they want to know what pattern I used and what wool I was using, and that's about it. They don't want to say how much are you selling them for because they make them themselves. You know, I don't have the right audience. I really don't. I've not made. Yes, I have made something out of noggins and necks. I think I made a couple of hats out of there. Out of noggins and necks. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Oh, hey, Jill, how are you? How are you doing, little girl? How are you doing? Uh-huh. I'm trying to crochet a shawl because my brain's gone. My brain's gone, Jill. I can't think of anything more complicated. I can't work. You had your pod anniversary. Do you know, I don't even know when mine is or was or whatever. I don't even remember what date I started it. It's bad, isn't it? I suppose I could trawl all the way through. Oh, I hate doing bobble stitches, Diana. I don't know why they always finish up. Oh, they go the wrong way. 4 years. I have no idea how long I've been doing mine. I think probably about 7 or 8, but I don't know the exact date. I started off just doing blogs before. I used to write things down and put photographs. I did that for about 2 or 3 years. And then I decided that I would try doing a video. So all in all, I've probably been doing something for about 10. My God, I'm a golden oldie, aren't I? But my channel never grows, yeah. 9th of January, whoa. You got 5 to do for a wedding and you got burnt out on your last one. I get burnt out. I've either got too many things on my brain that I want to make, and they buzz around in my brain and drive me crackers, or I can't think what to make next. 9th of October 2011. My goodness. I have been doing it 11 years. Oh my giddy aunt. Oh, the 9th of October was the day my dad died. Oh, that's awful. I had the anniversary is the 9th of October. That's my daddy's anniversary. Boy Morning the Ham. Hello. 2011. Oh, I feel old now. I feel old now. Because I was doing my actual Word blog for about 2 years before I actually started doing any videos. Oh my goodness me. I'm feeling very old today. When my arthritis kicks me butt, I feel terrible. Yeah. Ah, it's the Greek stitcher. You don't have your iPad. Oh, you're coming to England. Oh, wow. Oh, that's good. I hope you see some nice things. There are some lovely places in England if it doesn't rain. England's green and pleasant land. That's why it's so green. My island, that's why Ireland's so green, because it rains even more there. Yeah. Well, I think you're coming to Yorkshire, aren't you? That's not close to me, though. It would have been if I'd have stayed in Manchester. You got food in the air. I've not used ours yet. I said to my son, "You've not given me any instructions on how to use it." He said, "It's easy. You just turn the knob." Why are men so? There's no instruction book because we got it from my step granddaughter. Oh, it would have been nice, but I'm right in the middle of no place here. I'm not near anywhere. If I'd have been in Manchester, that would have been okay. Because I could have got to Manchester city centre and then I could have met you there. But hey, no, I'm in the sticks. I'm in the country. Well, not the country. I'm in the seaside, yeah. Miguel's around somewhere. He's putting stuff in the air fryer. Miguel, Jill is shouting you. Get your head out of the air fryer and say hello. Hey. I think he's gone deaf again. He thought I said canal when I said channel before. When I said UK Medic had a new channel, he thought I said UK Medic was on the canal. I think he needs his ears testing, like somebody else in this household, not me. Do you know my friend Sarah? She can rattle out the most fabulous shawls with every row different pattern. And she talks at the library at the same time. And I can't concentrate on a 2-row pattern. You made it to Florida. Oh, right. Well, I'm glad you made it, Nancy. I'm glad you're all safe, secure, and happy. It's 80 degrees. I wish you'd send me some of your sun. Well, you know, mothers don't always agree with who their sons are dating. You know, they don't always agree, but you just have to put up and shut up. Let's just say she wasn't who I would have chosen, yeah. But, yeah, I like my necklace. To me, it's olives and grapes. You know, the round bubbles, that's what they remind me of. Green olives, black grapes. Well, maybe blue grapes, purple grapes. Yeah, I like, you know, I've had this sweater years. It's cotton. I know it does wash well. I can't remember where I bought it from. I've got a very similar one in cream. And I've had them years and years. But they wash and they wash and they come up lovely. And I put them on. Hello, Marva. I am not doing too bad. Usual arthritis pains, but that's nothing new, is it? Apart from that, I'm okay. I don't know whether anybody else would agree with I'm okay, but I feel okay. I do get up and grunt and groan and go, when my knees crack, but apart from that, fine. It's nice when I'm in the house on my own and I can get up and go, and let rip. But I've perfected the art of going silently. Oh. My friend said to me, why do you do that? I said, because I don't think you'd like it. I shouted. When I do that, it means I'm in pain. My mother was a grunter. You know, she was in a lot of pain, bless her. But every time she got up, it was like, like the sound effects, you know. And I did swear to myself, I thought, I'm never going to be like that. I'm going to keep it to myself. So hence I do the which makes people wonder what on earth is wrong with me. Especially when you're out in public and you go like a little mouse. Bagaday is going goodwill hunting. Oh, she's been goodwill hunting. I wish I had goodwill shops. We have charity shops and they're rather tatty. you don't get a lot of nice stuff. Well, not round here. You'd have to go to a nice area, wouldn't you? I mean, a friend that's moved up here, she lived in London, and she said they had the most marvellous, but they were really nice. And it was the same in Manchester. If you went to the more affluent areas of Manchester, you would get some really nice things. You'd have to pay a bit more. No, I think they hung his hook or her hook. Not seen or heard. Go. Okay, Rick. Mum would say things at the end that you knew they didn't mean. I hope I don't get like that. I'm still unstable. I keep going off and on. I'm getting fed up with this shawl now. After a while, I get fed up with my crochet. I've done all that anyway. Done all that. I know it's a bit open work, but hey ho, somebody might like it. It's probably going to make a very big shawl, so I hope somebody likes a big shawl. Oh, my light went all funny there. My lighting went all weirdy. Yeah, I've had enough. I'm stopping for the night. Fingers are hurting. See that? Look how they're bending. These fingers just don't straighten out sometimes. There were a baby garment series, 19th February 2013. No, it's Nancy. It's a pattern by, I think she's called Robin. I'm not sure if it's ROBYN or if it's ROBIN. It's a YouTube video anyway. Crochet by Robin, I think it is, or something like that. I can't tell you because I can't look on here while I'm looking. But yeah, it's one of her patterns. Oh dear. I'm like, I shouldn't be because I didn't get up till 10:30. Do you know, it's so lovely and warm and cosy when I'm laying in bed. But Rosie was, oh God, it was a postman. Postman came really early. He brought me a crochet magazine, but there's not much use me showing it because it's a back issue. I saw it when I was at, I'm down. They had it made up on the inside crochet. I saw it made up. And I could have got it at Yarndale for £2, but no, I didn't get it there, did I? Because I'm dumb. Yeah. A couple of nice things in it. But it is a back issue. There's not an awful lot that I like in it, but there is some things. It's always full of something like bits and pieces, like slices of cake and stuff like that nobody flipping wants. There's a cowl in it. I mean, that is quite nice as a collar, but why have they got it on top of a net, whatever, flounce? Why don't they just put it on a normal dress? I mean, it's quite a nice pattern, isn't it, for the collar? You put that on a plain dress, it would look so nice. But no, they have to put it on something fancy-dancy, don't they? And then there's a pattern for a cardigan. You can't tell anything about it because it's in such fancy. But if you look at the chart, it's got bubbles and fancy on. Now, wouldn't that look nice in a plain colour? Why did they have to do it in a fleck that you can't see? I mean, you can't see what that looks like at all, can you? You can't see that's got any pattern on it. No waste. Why don't they do it in a plain colour? These editorials have got something to answer to. It could have been hooked by Robin. It might have been, Chris. I remember it said something by Robin. So there's a couple of shawls on there. I mean, that's a lot of work, isn't it, with colour work and everything. But they had this jumper, the sweater, made up. It actually doesn't look as nice in the magazine as it did in real life. But it looked really nice in real life. She had it on a mannequin. But it was getting near to closing time. Well, it wasn't near to closing time for them. It was near for me to go and get my coach back home again. So I didn't. There was a big crowd. When you're in a scooter, you're invisible. Invisible. So I couldn't attract her attention. I think what it was, they were too busy trying to sell subscriptions to the magazine is what they were trying to do. So just little old me going, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, on my scooter didn't go down very well. See, I mean, the shawl is nice, but why do it in those colours? Why not do it in a nice colour? It could be the Crochet eyelet shawl. That sounds familiar, Chris. That could be the one. I know it's meant to be fairly sort of easy. I quite like that, actually. I don't know whether it's a free pattern or what it is. I'd probably get hung up on every doorknob as I went past it, but it doesn't say anything about it just says, now available from Wool Warehouse, the range, ready cut or so crafty. It's 50 colours, acrylic, Aran weight, no dye lots, called Simply Soft Speckle. But I quite like the pattern. I'd probably have to look up Karen, wouldn't I, to find out the pattern. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. It does sound like Crochet eyelet shawl. There you are, Nancy. You can thank Chris for making it. Now that's unusual, isn't it? It's not in the magazine, of course, but that's unusual. Whether you'd probably have to break off every colour, wouldn't you? But it's called a peacock shawl. But think of how many colours you've got in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 I can see. And it's linen soft and it's double knitting. I bet you any money it's. Oh yeah, it's $3.49 a ball. And you need about 11 colours. It's a lot of money, isn't it? About over £35, isn't it? I mean, it is pretty, but would you want to pay £35 for it? I suppose some people would. Oh, cucumber salad, that sounds nice. You always have a recipe in here. Is it Z that calls patterns recipes? I think she does, doesn't she? How to avoid buying patterns from fraudulent sources. Don't log on to Etsy. Because Etsy does. Etsy sells, you can buy a new magazine, not this one, but you can buy the current magazine, and you can guarantee within a couple of days, patterns from inside the magazine will be for sale on Etsy or eBay. I mean, it's totally to do that, photocopy things and put them up for sale. I mean, I could understand if they actually took the pages out of the magazine. I could understand in a way why they might want to sell them, but No, these are photocopied, you know. And I'm thinking, not on. Is it not on? But they do it and they seem to get away with it, yeah. Oh dear, I'm getting tired. And I haven't even had my pills. I daren't take my painkillers, I daren't. I have a friend who suffers badly with her arthritis and she takes so many pills. She's like in the land of la la half the time. She sleeps half the time. I won't take them. I just won't. Today I'm in absolute with my back. And I might take 2 to go to bed with so I can, nod off and relax. I might take 2 then. But I just don't. If I say anything to her, she goes, oh, I can't do without them. I can't. I said, yes, you can. I weaned myself off them and I don't take them. I just don't. But I just feel like she's wasting her life because she's in bed asleep by about 4:30. And I'm like, she's not even anywhere near as old as me. No, I was zombified when I was taking 8 a day. Zombified. I was functioning, but that's about it, really. I didn't mind, but it didn't kill the pain. Heat, yeah, heat is the best thing. I have a wheat pad, a wheat thing, like the mittens, and I put it in the microwave every night, and I put it on my back when I get in bed and I fall asleep. And it's wonderful. And if I do happen to wake up in the middle of the night, for the bathroom or something, and my back is still hurting, I pop it back in the microwave and warm it up again and put it back at the middle of my back. And yeah, I was taking 8 a day, Chris, and I just didn't feel as though there was any different. And when I stopped taking them, there wasn't any difference. I was no more in pain than I had been when I was taking them. So I used to swear blind they were giving me, what do you call them? What do you call them? Those things that, when they give them you and they're not drugs at all. They give you like a placebo. I swore blind the chemist was giving me placebos because they were having no effect whatsoever. Yeah, placebos, yeah. I swear blind they were swapping my real drugs out for placebos. She won't notice. She's been on a long enough, she won't notice. So when I stopped taking them, honestly, it wasn't any worse than it had been when I was on 8 a day. Yeah, I'm sure. Well, they give you generic ones. If I got the real cocodamol, I used to be okay. But when they give me the ones that they say is identical to cocodamol, it's a whatever generic. The chemist will swear you're blind that you're taking the same thing. They're not. They're not. Yeah. I feel like that, Lydia. They gave me tramadol one time. Oh my gosh, I was away with the fairies with that. I nearly walked under a bus. I was off my trolley and they were giving me nightmares. I just cannot take tramadol at all. I even had morphine patches and they didn't make a bit of difference. The only thing that worked with me was the injections in my spine. And then they stopped doing them. They were very, very painful and they had to go under like a scanner thing to get it in the right place, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I had morphine patches and they didn't do anything. No, tramadol, it just doesn't suit me. And yet, my friend who sleeps the day away, she takes tramadol and something else and morphine and God knows what. I wouldn't be here if I took what she took. I think I'd be dead. She must have worked her way up to it. That's all I can think of. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have painkillers on repeat anymore. If I'm having a really bad do and I don't have any in stock, I will ask for some. But I had a row with him anyway because he only gave me them little pitty-patty things. And I went to the pharmacist and said, he said, well, you could buy them over the counter. You saw spiders on the ceiling. I saw things crawling up the wall with me on tramadol. Yeah. I didn't quite see lions and tigers, but things were creeping up the wall with me with tramadol. And I told you, I nearly walked under a bus with tramadol. It was like that spaced out feeling when you're not drunk, but you on your way to being drunk, and you just feel like everything's far away and distant. It's like you're looking at yourself. I know it sounds stupid, but you're looking at yourself doing something. You're not yourself doing something. You're like looking at yourself from outside your body, if you know what I mean. Oh, it was weird. How people take tramadol, I don't know. It was nightmares. Oh my God. And they were horrendous nightmares. They were all about car crashes and, violent people hitting people on the head with hammers. And they were very violent dreams I was having. So I had to stop them. I said, I can't take these tramadol. I can't take them. And all they said was, oh, some people, it does have an adverse effect to some people. I said, well, no. Other people take them and they're all right, Chris, but no, they affected me, something bad. I mean, I was used to taking Cocodamil, so it wasn't like I was, like a novice at taking painkillers, if you're with me. Yeah, I got the feeling I was taking 8 a day and they weren't really working. So it was a sort of temptation to take more than you were prescribed because they weren't working. So I think that's where you get into the habit of overdosing or taking other medication that you shouldn't be taking, if you know what I mean. I don't mean I would go out on the street corner and buy something, but you can still buy pills over the counter, like muscle relaxants and naproxen and stuff like that shouldn't be taken along with opioids, yeah. But I think this is where, I mean, some drug addicts just do it to get high, don't they? But I think a lot of people fall into it through misuse, really. And I don't mean deliberate misuse, I just mean misuse, It's so easy to say, my mother was as bad. She'd take 10, 12 tablets when she was only supposed to take 8. And she'd be asking me to get more prescriptions. And the GP would be saying, no, she should have a lot less left over. She shouldn't have used them all up. And I was like, well, she has. He goes, well, she's taking too many then. Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Before I was diagnosed with having sleep apnea, they thought I had, what do they call it? Narcolepsy. And they gave me these tablets, and oh my God, the head was spinning around. And my friend come and I said to him, I said, oh, look at these tablets they give me. I said, they're weird. And he said, he's giving you speed. For goodness sake, don't take them. And then I said to another friend, I said, the doctor prescribed me these amphetamine things. And it turns out they were amphetamines and they were speed. And she goes, Oh, well, if you don't want them, I'll have them off you. And I'm like, no, you're not. No, no, no. Yeah, she wanted them, and I'm like, no, you're not having them. She said, well, you're not going to use them. I said, no, I'm going to give them back to the chemist. I said, I don't want them in the house. You know, and she goes, oh, well, I'd have them. Don't give them back to the chemist, blah, blah, blah. I thought, I'm not being responsible for going off a trolley, taking speed. But I went to another doctor, and they correctly diagnosed me as having sleep apnea and not narcolepsy. Some doctors hazard a guess. It's like the doctor I've just seen now about that pain in my leg. It's been MRI scanned, and the technician told me it was a cyst, but it was in a very awkward place because it was pressing on a nerve. And it would be a bit awkward to remove it because of me being diabetic and my skin being so thin on my legs. I could get ulcers and stuff and they may not heal. So it's been going worse and going worse. So I went to the doctor here and he just went like that. And he said, it's a varicose vein. I said, it's not a varicose vein. I said, I've had an MRI scan. I said, it's a cyst on my nerve. No, it's a varicose vein, he said. They don't treat varicose veins these days. Just get yourself some surgical stockings. You know, comes times when you know more than the doctor, don't you? You know. And they still haven't got my notes from the other GP. Don't know where they've gone. My old GP said they'd sent them. My new GP said they haven't arrived. They haven't got them. So they can't look at anything that's gone on in my past. They don't know what I was prescribed. They don't know what I've done. And of course, I shredded all my letters when I moved here because I had rafts of the things, you know, from the hospital and stuff. And I thought they won't need these. It's all on my medical notes. They won't need all these. Lazy doctor. He was opening the door for me to go out when I was talking to him. Really got a great bedside manner. And then he gave me the wrong pills. And you wonder why. And someone said, go see the doctor. Go see the doctor. No, they said they haven't got them electronically. I think they're just being idle. I just don't think they want to be bothered. They're not a very good surgery. Oh, yeah. I can believe it, Chris. I can honestly believe it. I watch a channel. They used to be on the canals. They were called Foxes Afloat. One of them's been suffering with gallstones and kidney stones, sorry. Oh, and they've messed him about. He's finally just had this, whatever it was, removed. Because they tried zapping it, they tried getting it, passing it and everything. Well, they told my son he was constipated. They give him all these enemas and stuff like that. It turned out his appendix had burst. And he had an abscess. He's lucky he didn't get sepsis. He was really poor. He was on a drip and everything. They just kept saying he was constipated. He was bunged up, they said. Huh. Yeah. They were going to do keyhole surgery when they finally decided it was appendix. He finished up with a scar, like they couldn't find his appendix. He's got a massive scar across his stomach. So couldn't they find it? I mean, my appendix scar's about that big, you know. Obviously, they knew where they were looking, didn't they? But my son's is like going across his stomach. Yeah, I had gallstones, about 4 or 5 years ago. God, I thought I was dying. The pain was enormous. It was shooting through from my front to my back and all that. Anyway, I don't know whether they dissolved or I passed them or what happened, but I know they did a scan on them and they said they were too small to be bothered with. I thought, well, why are they hurting me so much then? But apparently they only hurt when they get jammed or something, don't they? So wherever my gallstones went, I don't know whether they went or they just got past or what happened to them, but touch wood, I don't seem to have them anymore. So, oh, it was the pain was horrendous. Like having a baby. When he said it was gallstones, I thought, God, no, I thought my back was falling apart. Yeah, I hope your kidney stones pass. Sometimes they do, you know. But sometimes my dad's didn't. He kept it in a jar. Oh, it was massive. It was like a bean. It was massive. His kidney stone, I don't know how he coped. He asked, could he have it? He had it in a little jar with a cork on the top. Kept showing it everybody. Like it was like a big sort of kidney bean it was. It was huge, considering where it was. Because they said it would pass. I mean, it would have never passed down his urethra, that. No, they don't do surgery for gallstones unless they're big enough to be causing a problem, or unless they get stuck. Because if they get stuck, it means that your bile ducts and stuff aren't working if they get stuck. But when they did the scan on mine, they said they were very small, and they were. You see, the attack had passed, if you know what I mean, by the time I got to get the MRI. Yeah. Yeah. The cannibal wouldn't have much joy with you, would they, Munchkin? Yeah. They'd have a lot of fat to go on with me. Yeah. You know, my mummy pouch that I can't get rid of. When I was younger and I used to go to the gym and I said to him, what can I do with this? And he went, plastic surgery is about the only way you'll ever get rid of that. You know, the overhang you get when your skin's shrunk when you've had a baby. I thought you could exercise. He said, no. He said your core muscle, like, is gone, you know, with stretching from having a baby. He said there's no exercise you can do to flatten that. He said you can flatten everything else off. He said, but you'll still have the pouch. I thought, oh, thank you. He said you'll either have to wear a corset, he said, or have plastic surgery where you have your stomach, what they call it, when you have that thing taken out, your apronectomy. I thought, oh, no, I'm not having that. I don't want a big scar straight across my middle. I'm not that vain anymore now, I don't care. When I was younger and I used to want to wear a bikini and stuff, and I couldn't wear a little one because my mum pouch used to hang over the bikini. I had to wear ones that nearly came up to my waist, you know. When I was younger, it used to bother me, but now I don't care. I wouldn't wear a bikini now, or you paid me. All in one piece swimsuit is what I wear now. But it doesn't worry me anymore now. I think you're very critical of yourself when you're younger. I mean, you know, I look at myself and think, my God, Jan, you're getting wrinkles, you know, you're getting bags under your eyes, you're getting wrinkles. And I'm thinking, God, you know, at your age, you're lucky. You know, some women have got even bigger, groovy wrinkles, haven't they, you know? There used to be a lady in Prestwich. She used to be a sunbed queen. Always on the sunbed, always brown as a berry. And she's about 10 years younger than me, but she looks about that. She looks like Donatella, you know, that. Ooh. Oh, her face is just ground in wrinkles. I thought if that's what a sunbed does, I'll not bother. Oh, I've got a roll. You know, you can get hold of it and go, ooh. You lift it up like. Oh, dear. It's not pretty. But I don't care anymore. Nobody's going to look at it, only a gynecologist, so that's the only time anybody's going to see me naked, yeah. And I don't see them either. I've no intentions of joining a nudist colony. It's funny, when I was young and I had a fairly good figure, embarrassment would have stopped me joining a naturist group, yeah. But no, I wouldn't care. Not that I want to join one, but I wouldn't care now. I'd just walk about with nothing on. I wouldn't care. Wouldn't bother me at all. You know, they don't like me. They don't look, do they? You know what I mean? That's the way I think about myself now. When I look at my wrinkles, I think, oh my God. And look at the backs of your eyes, oh my God. You know. And I think, you're not in a beauty show, so what are you bothering for? Who's looking at you? You know, I just look in the mirror and think, you've done the best you can today. You know? You've done the best with what you got, yeah. But I don't think the sea air does you any good, being lashed and sandblasted. The other day it was coming off the sea and it was like whipping. It was worse than, you know, hailstones in my face, and it was sand. So I had my goggle things on like that. I had my hood up and I had my hand like that, you know, trying to stop the, oh, it's stinging all down the side. It was stinging. And I'm thinking, why did I move to the seaside? You get sandblasted, do you? Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? It's like needles in the side of your face. You cut stuff and heated some. You ate a fudgesicle. I like your choice. That's better. I wouldn't have ate the cornflour taquitos. I wouldn't have eaten them either. Right, people. Now I have to wear. I wear my son's motorbike goggles. They come right around. I might look about fooling them, but I don't care. Right, peoples. I've been on here 3 hours. It's time to go to beddy boos. It's going to take me about 10 minutes to sort out this lounge. I don't leave anything around because Rosie takes it all around the garden. If I leave my crochet out, if I leave any balls of wool out, she runs around the garden with them. I have to move my mittens, make sure there's no gloves about, socks about. She's a monkey's uncle. Yeah. Right, I'm going to go now and I'll see you all. Well, hopefully I might see you Monday or Wednesday if that scooter comes. Fingers crossed for me. Then I'll do a little video. I'll have to get somebody to video me because I can't video myself, can I? I can video the scooter but not me on it, yeah. Right, thank you very much, everybody, and I will see you all very soon. Nighty-night and bye-bye. Bye. Bye, y'all.